Hey guys, I just wanted to do a really quick intro to our next math unit. This is our final math unit, which is exciting. This is our geometry unit where we'll learn how to use the attributes of shapes to identify what kind of shape they are. And we're not looking at like, is it a triangle or is it a square, but we're using the lengths and measures of angles and of sides to identify and to classify those shapes. So for example, we have our angles here, here, and here. And these three angles will tell us what kind of a triangle we would say that triangle is. So when there's one right angle in a triangle, and we would call it a right triangle. When there's an acute or only acute angles, I should say, it's called an acute triangle. And when there is just one obtuse angle, then that triangle would be identified as an obtuse triangle. Right angles are 90 degrees, and they're pretty much almost always classified by that little square on the side. So anytime we have a right triangle or a right angle in general, we're going to have this little square here. Acute angles are less than 90 degrees, and we can kind of remember that by like, oh, they're cute. It's an acute angle, or it's, you know, a little angle. An obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees, and usually obtuse means, you know, absurd or large, and that's what an obtuse angle is. It's larger than 90 degrees. This tool here that we're using is called a protractor, and that will help us measure angles in triangles or even squares or rectangles. So, you know, whatever angle we're trying to measure, this protractor will help us measure those angles. So then we're going to learn how to use the side length measures to identify a triangle. So for example, we'll have an equilateral triangle where all three sides are the same length. We'll have isosceles triangles where only two of the side lengths are the same, and a scalene triangle where none of the side lengths are the same. And we tell if the side lengths are the same by these little tick marks that we have on the side here. So this side length, and this side length are all the same. So that's an equilateral triangle. On an isosceles triangle, again, we use those tick marks. Those two side lengths are the same. So it's an isosceles triangle. And then a scalene, there's no tick marks on any of those sides. So none of them are equal. So it's a scalene triangle. And that's all we have for today, but we will learn more as we continue our unit. See you later.